Some of these guys, they ask sometimes, they used to want to exit like that beforehand. Like, did anybody stuff a candle up your nose? Volume 15. Does intelligence survive after death? You know, and to see some of these colored folks, they used to want to leave the neighborhood or enter the neighborhood. I remember one night burning a cross in front of this black kid's house, like that, for no reason. Just because he said hello to me once. I was in the porch. I was with my racist buddies at the time, almost 15. I was 15. And I remember he just waved at us. It was a little black kid that just moved into the neighborhood, Tyrone, or Trevon. Right, because he had a basketball shirt or whatever. And that night, on the Covenant, I told my man, like, listen. Let's go burn a cross and go flame it up in front of this nigga's house. I remember calling him a nigga because I didn't like the fact that he said hello to us. We didn't like those. We didn't want to see these color folks in our neighborhood. We felt like they was invading the neighborhood. You know, it was already, you know, us white kids, we're the minority now. We was once the majority, but now we're shrinking in a way. You know, white supremacy is shrinking. In fact, when I grew up, and there's more, and I'm older, and I have a family, or I'm somewhere else. But I want us in a nation that's sinking and becoming more colored, like a meal. You know, that's the best example. You know, you can see it like a meal or a buffet. I mean, do we want all this colored folks there and all this rice and beans? Do we want all this pollo and all this Hispanic food? Do we want all this black food like pork chops and fried pig feet and even the tail of the pig? That's what a lot of these black folks do. They eat the tail of the pig and they fry it and they add sauce like barbecue. Do we want to live in that society?
Or do we want to live in a society where there's more, you know, white culture, white supremacy? And I went back and we burned a cross in front of his house and he was shouting a lot of stuff like, why are we doing that? He tried to call the cops. So when the cops arrived, we had him arrested like that, just for being black. And he was taken down, they booked him. He spent a good night in jail. A good night in jail woke him up. 3 days later, they moved. Now the house continues there, for rent or for sale. They got a for sale sign, it's been there for 10 years. But the main objective is that now they understand, these black folks, not to move around here. And we're seeing more and more houses that say for sale. Now that allows a lot of other white folks to enter and more white kids. For example, when I play basketball in the afternoon after school, it's only me and a couple of other white kids. It's only like 4 of us. So imagine, that's my B-side. The more houses we have available around here in apartments that are for rent and for sale, that allows us to be more white, like paint. Now we have a lot of walls we could paint white. And once again, that was the topic of today's show. Is intelligence stuffed up your nose after you die? I'm Andrew from the Andrew Show. Thanks again.
Search.
Say that George Zimmerman, you know, was he racist? Or was that something personal? You know, something around this neighborhood, you know, in Jamestown. Is the candle stuffed up your nose? That's today's topic. Or I read just the ROSICRUCIANS. You know, that, you know, us white kids, you know, would a white kid do that and shoot an unarmed black boy for no reason? So they keep mentioning the Andrew Show on CNN. The other day I was the topic. I was the talk of the town. The Associate Press. Why do they have this white kid in the Klan as a front man? I'm like a Jim Morrison in this, or Adam West, you know, for the Ku Klux Klan. I'm like Adam West. I'm the one leading the parade right now. Hopefully somebody will find replacement. In the meantime, they could take all that shit they're talking about us, the Andrew Show, and they could take all of that and stuff it up their nose. You know, stuff a candle up your nose. That's how we say, you know, there's no saying in the clan. You know, if you can't take our shit, stuff a candle up your nose. You ain't shit. The other day I walked into a car show right here in the neighborhood. In our town, they put a car show once in a while in Jamestown. And the guy told me that the consciousness survived death. As a topic of a show that I had I did a program not that far back when I was 12. And he had brought it to our attention. He had brought it to my family's attention that I was bringing up a lot of issues that are not brought up in the actual prime time programming, live programming, or in the general status quo. You know, what is a racist kid? And no one, it's not about racism. It's about keeping it in the knit. You know, there's no saying in the clan. You know, the more in the knit is divine. You know, the closer you are to the white, the whiter you are. You know? See you on the Andrew Show.